Hello there guys, and welcome back to a brand new Star Wars Hunters video. Today I'm going to be talking about a very hot topic within gaming, and especially multiplayer Star Wars games. And as you'll no doubt already know by the title and thumbnail, that topic is microtransactions in Star Wars Hunters. There are a ton of ways that microtransactions can be utilised in games, whether it's giving players a gameplay advantage, which of course is very bad, or it could be cosmetic items only, or both, just to name a few. Not only are there lots of ways to implement them, but people also have a ton of different opinions. Some people think that microtransactions shouldn't be in games at all, whereas others don't have an issue as long as it's for cosmetic items only, and lastly some won't even care if they're used for pay to win systems. The danger of microtransactions, I think, is that you typically don't of course need to spend real money to do things. However, microtransactions can be a very tempting alternative, as you can then get a skin that you really want, or you can speed up a certain process. Looking back onto Battlefront 2, the way the game launched was terrible. It allowed people to pay real money to unlock crates, which gave them star cards and upgrades for them. It was clearly a pay to win system, and it was taken out of the game within 2 days of the early access launch, so that by the time the game officially launched worldwide, it wasn't even there. Several months later, the progression system was revamped, and shortly after that, Trooper and Hero skins were added to the game, which also reintroduced microtransactions. However, you could only buy skins with them, and even then you could get those skins just by playing the game and using in-game currency. So it went from a really bad system to my favourite way of implementing microtransactions. It probably sounds weird to have a favourite type, but like Thanos, microtransactions are inevitable, especially in free-to-play games like Star Wars Hunters. Otherwise, how would they make their money back without those super annoying mobile ads? So with all that said, how can hunters utilise microtransactions in a way that's financially supporting the game and the developers for a long time, but is also fair for us players? Now, if you're completely against the use of microtransactions, then fair enough, I absolutely respect that. However, think about this for just a moment. Let's say you're working at Boss Alien on Star Wars Hunters. The company is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to get the game made. The game then launches for free but without microtransactions, so there is no way for the game to make its money. Even a non-business student will understand that this means that the game is operating at a huge financial loss, which of course is incredibly bad for any business. So in free-to-play games, you absolutely need to have microtransactions in some way in order to stay afloat, especially if you're a small indie studio. Going back to the question I just asked about how they can make microtransactions fair for us players, I think the answer is very simple, and that is that they can do what Battlefront 2 ended up doing, whereby all cosmetics were available to unlock via playing, but you can also buy them with real world money if you so wish. Zynga has stated before in job roles that they view non-paying players just as important as paying players, which clearly means that microtransactions will be in the game, but it sounds like they'd want to do it in a way that's fair for everyone, which is a good thing to see. From screenshots that got leaked back in early September, we can see that these weapon skins are available to purchase using in-game currency and premium currency, so microtransactions. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that all cosmetics will be available to purchase in these methods, as they could easily have the highest rarity only available to buy with real world money, but we won't really know that until the game launches. If they were to do it like this, then I wouldn't be too annoyed, as games like Fortnite block pretty much all cosmetics behind a paywall, but it's nice to know that at least some cosmetics, and hopefully most of them, will be available to purchase with in-game currency. Another method that Boss Alien could use to implement microtransactions is by adding a battle pass to the game. Battle passes are hugely popular in video games these days, and the vast majority of people I know who play games with one in tend to own it. So a lot of people will happily spend around $8 in order to try and get all 100 tiers. The beauty of the battle pass is that if you unlock all tiers, you get enough premium currency to buy the next battle pass and still have some spare to spend on other things. So for players, they can spend real money once and get all remaining battle passes without having to spend another penny. The battle passes would include a wide variety of items, ranging from character skins, weapon skins, player identity stuff, and much more. Ultimately, I think the battle pass system provides the biggest incentive for players to spend money on any game, and it provides Boss Alien with a great opportunity for seasons and seasonal releases of new hunters, a batch of new skins for existing characters, and a whole lot more. No matter how you feel about microtransactions, whether you hate them or you simply don't mind them, they will absolutely be in Star Wars Hunters, as they'll need to make their money back, which is absolutely fair. Microtransactions aren't a problem in video games, it's how they're implemented which is the problem, and following the release of Battlefront 2, you'd like to think that Zynga doesn't want to repeat what EA did, and you'd especially hope that Disney and Lucasfilm won't make the same mistake twice, as obviously they would have had a big part in the release of Battlefront 2, but we'll just have to wait and see how things go. That is going to do it from me today though guys. Let me know what you make of all of this in the comments below. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the force be with you always.